circle that was made in Mexico. And to make crop circles, people flattened crops to make a pattern inside a circle. It says, some people are planning to make a crop circle. Here is what they plan to do. They will make a circle of radius 30 meters, like you can see in the picture. They will flatten about 60% of the area of the circle, and together they can flatten 450 meters squared in 1 hour. The question is on the next page. Well, to prevent us from having to keep flicking backwards and forwards between this key information and the question on the next page, we will copy and paste this information onto the next page. So, there's the information copied and pasted. Let's have a look what the question is. It says, about how many hours do the people plan to spend making the crop circle? You'll need to use this formula. The area of a circle is 3.142 times the radius squared. And we've got a big space to do our working out in. Well, the very fact that it is telling us that we will need to use this formula implies that that's the first thing we should do, because the question is worth 3 marks, and we'll probably just get 1 mark just for using that formula. So let's find the area of the circle first. So, area equals 3.142 times the radius squared. Well, the radius from the picture is 30 meters, so it's times by 30, but because it's squared, we've got to times by itself again. So it's 3.142 times 30 times 30. It is a calculator paper, so let's pop that into the calculator. 3.142 multiplied by 30 multiplied by 30 again. And the answer comes out as 2,827.8 meters squared, because don't forget we're dealing with area, so it's got to be meters squared. Now, to make this crop circle, they're going to flatten 60% of the area of the circle. So what we need to do now is work out 60% of 2,827.8. Well, to work out 60%, you can multiply the 2,827.8 by the equivalent decimal to 60%. And 60% is equivalent to 0.60 or just 0.6, which is even simpler. So what we need to do is multiply this by 0.6, and that will work out 60%. Remember, 0.5 is 50%, so 0.6 is 60%. So now we just need to work that out. So it's 0.6 multiplied by 2,827.8. And that equals 1,696.68 meters squared. So the crop circle will have an area of 1,696.68 meters squared. So the question is, how long will it take them to do it? Well, they can do 450 meters squared in 1 hour, which is what it says here. So we need to see how many lots of 450 go into this 1,696. So that's going to be a divide. So it's 1,696.68. Notice I'm using the full number. I can't round this number yet, because you should never ever round halfway through a question, and we're not at the end of the question yet. So it's 1,696.68 divided by 450 meters squared. Again, let's pop that into the calculator. So it's 1,696.68 divided by 450. And that equals 3.7704 hours. Now the good news is that right at the bottom of the question, inside the answer box, it says the number of hours to the nearest hour. So 3.77 hours, well, it's more than 3.5, so we're going to round up to 4. So the answer is 4 hours to the nearest hour.